Hey guys, JV here. Excited you're with me. Big news today. It is more of a community than a channel, and I know we have a lot of people using the paper, and we have people deciding if they want to go with the paper over the reMarkable, because we got some big news we're going to talk about in the show of where this is going to be shipping. But also there's a new update, and the update speeds up the stylus 2 times. The pen is 2 times as fast. So can it now compete with the speed of the reMarkable? Well, we're going to go test this out and find out. And I'm also going to give you a couple tips to help you utilize this device in the way that I do as I use it daily. So let's jump in the studio and go do this test. Okay, welcome into the studio, and we've got I'm going to give you a couple tips with Quirk Logic and the paper, so stick with me. Some big news too. Hang in there because we've got some big news. But let's get right into this. So there was a new update that just came out, 1.2, and there's a couple things within that update within the paper that I think really make it a competitor to the reMarkable, or maybe even a little better device depending on your use case. And one of those is that you can upload larger PDFs, something I haven't had an issue with, but for some people that could be, so that increases the productivity of the device. But the big one was the speed of the device. And I think I got to remind everybody, I have the Quilla behind here, which Quirk Logic actually provided me. Everything else I've bought myself, but they did send me this. I'm not getting paid by any of these companies to do any of this, but they did send me a Quilla, and this is their original device. And a few of you have this, and we use it for collab. But for those of you that are using these devices for note-taking, I think this was a huge update, and that is they increased the stylus speed 2 times. So the stylus is a chargeable stylus with the paper. I think that's important to note, where the reMarkable isn't. So you need to make sure you always have something that can charge it in case it can't run down. And the other thing you don't want to do is leave the stylus near the paper. I know that's kind of counterproductive. Like you can even see my case has a little loop on it. And I actually got this case on Amazon. I'll put a link below. But basically, if you keep it next to it, it will stay connected. And if you move it away a little bit, it won't charge. I know they're working on that. That's one of the little quirks. But I think the big one for me from a productivity standpoint was this speed aspect. And typically, when you would write on this device, it would lag, right? And it would lag a little bit, and it was annoying, just enough to annoy you. By increasing the speed 2 times, they have almost made it as fast as the reMarkable. Now, I am not going to get into tech specs. That's what we don't. We have my deep guide Voya for that. He can measure that. He's awesome. If you are not watching Voya's channel, make sure you go check him out. He goes into these devices really deep. I'm more about the surface level and just what do we need to do to get this thing working, and how does it work for me? Well, the erase function works great. Obviously, you just circle it. With the reMarkable, it does have an eraser on certain pins, but also you can click the erase area to do that. But as you can see, the reMarkable really is the speed holder as far as quickness on a device. It is just fast. We'll zoom in on that so you can see the dog runs fast there with the 95mm, and same thing here. You can see how the speed has really increased. I mean, it is close, if not right there with the reMarkable. That makes this device so much more user-friendly. It really works well, and I think that just is a game changer. I really do. Yes, we know it's on the Sony platform, but it's the software and the way that Quirk Logic is listening is such a big deal. And by the way, for all of those that are in Europe, couldn't spit that one out, big news coming this week. I know that they've been working hard to get approval with Europe to be able to ship them there. It wasn't because they didn't want to ship them there. It's they got to get approval. And it's from my understanding, I know how much I can talk about, but I do know that they will be shipping to Europe here in the next real soon. So I didn't say a few days, I just said real soon. So keep an eye out for some specials from them. Also, one of the cool things is we have been in discussion, and I think they're going to send me a unit to give away. So I'm going to be giving away some things, and I'll be discussing how I'm going to do that. I don't know how yet. I'm trying to formulate that because I got a super note to give away, but we're going to do some cool stuff here on the channel. A little bit of a use case. Let me move the reMarkable out. Again, I'm starting to use the paper. I use the paper every day for a lot of things, and a lot of people have asked me for use cases. And one of the things I have done that's really helped me is I have moved my planner into the local folder. That just makes it easier so I don't have to sign in, and my planner is held then on this device. If I want to share it to other things, which some people do, you can create a folder and then have it shareable, which I think is good. But for me, I just go into here. I have my folder ready. I have it on January 28th because I was playing around. I'll move it to today. I'll show you how I do it. I go to split screen, okay? And what that does, and this is really powerful, and if you want to copy this PDF journal, you can actually go over to morningcoach.com and get it, is it moves it into split screen. And you can see here, now I have both planners. And basically what I do then is I take the, see this banner up here? I hide that toolbar. That was part of their latest thing. And I go right to the date. So let's go to February 3rd on this one. And I'm going to show you how this works. And we're just going to scroll through all the pages. You can see, as far as this journal that I use, basically on the left side is like my Sacred Six plan. There you can see there's a month. There's stuff in here with this journal. I'm just going to go right to the page. We'll go to February 3rd. And basically you can see that I am on page, and this is going to be cool because we're doing this right live use case. So we are now on page, okay, keep going. One more, and we're almost there. Okay, we're there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and come over here, and I'm going to do it a little bit different this time. I'm going to click this lower button here, and you can see this is a huge PDF. This is 773 pages. They actually have a new feature here where I can actually move it to scroll through and find what I'm looking for. So we're just going to click 87 and see what we end up on just to show you this, and we'll pull that up. So 87 is now here, and let's go ahead and hide the toolbar. This is cool. So now I have and that's February 6th. So if I want to go back, I can just go back this way, right? So there's a couple ways. And like I said, I've never had a problem managing big documents. So here we are on February 4th. Now we go to February 3rd, and now I have the journal up. And here we go. So we got February 3rd plan on the left, right? Things that I'm doing, Sacred Six things that I'm doing. And then my journal and notes that I want to put here on the right. And now with this quick, no stylus, sluggish stylus feature, it's so much nicer. So on my left, I have my daily journal, and on the right, I have my daily journal. On my left, I have my planner, and I can just pop this open at any time. And that's what I primarily use this device in, is this daily planner area, which is really good, and I can keep notes right here. Then what I do is if I need to open something, again, I'm going to the library here on the right side, and I'm going to go into my daily CoachCast notes. Now this is my daily podcast that I do, and basically I'm going to open that up, and now on my left side I have my planner, but I have my show notes, right? And basically I'm going to scroll back because some people want to see use cases. If I look here, I actually bring in a JPEG. Okay, it's actually a PDF JPEG that I made in Canva of my weekly show. And so let's say if I want to see something, I can zoom in on it a little bit, and I can see that my show then, Wednesday, February 4th, 2021, I'm doing questions. It's episode number 4139. By the way, you can listen to this show if you just go search morningcoach.com in iTunes, and you'll be able to listen to the show, or in any of the podcast players. But anyways, then I just double tap, and then I'm back to normal size, and now I'm going back to my show notes. When I'm done with my show notes, I then come back here to the library. Again, I'm doing this on the local. I'm not doing this within the cloud. I'm not even signed in right now, just because I find it quicker for me and faster. So then I go back over to my planner. Planner opens up. It's on February 3rd because it's already open. I flip the page. I have my daily notes and my journal, my journal and notes for the day and my planner all in one place. And it just works seamlessly. And that's what I'm primarily using this device for. And then if I need notes, I put them there, and I can carry this wherever I want. So I wanted to show you a little use case why this works for me more than the reMarkable. Even though I like the reMarkable, I still use it. I use a Supernote. I use all these devices. But for me, the planner aspect of this, using a PDF planner, 734 or whatever pages, dated, and then having it on the left and on the right. This is part of my Get It Done Now program. I have this right in front of me. Some days I'll use paper, in full disclosure, but typically I'll use this. And then when I do my podcast notes, I just pull them up right there. And then I have a left and right side that really works. And now for me, it's a game changer. With the speed of this stylus, it's really great. And now that they're going to be shipping it to Europe, I think it's going to be a game changer. They're working on bringing the nib prices down. I know they're a little expensive right now. I know I've had some discussions with them, and there are little quirks with the device. It does log out sometimes. The battery, some of the devices have much better batteries, but it does work. You just got to make sure you charge it up. And they're working on all that. I know they're watching these videos. In fact, they actually answer comments. So if you've got some questions on the device, go ahead and put them down below. But I think we found out what we're looking for. Is this thing fast now? Is the stylus working quick? Yes, it is. It has increased its speed tremendously, which makes the device just more friendly and more usable. And I love Quirk Logic continuing to improve the device because it's something that I use daily in my workflow. And I think it's really important. So as always, if you're getting value from this, please hit the thumbs up button. It helps the algorithm here on YouTube. And then if you don't mind subscribing and becoming part of our community, I will bring you tips and ideas on all these devices. So that way it helps you. And then also productivity, fun, all kinds of stuff we're doing here on the channel. This is a fun channel. That's what it's about. And hopefully we're giving you some great entertainment. All right, go have a great day. Until the next video, we'll see you later. Thank you.